Today, we come together to pause and remember and pay tribute to three great legends of America, individuals who not only made history, but also inspired countless generations through their extraordinary achievements and meaningful life stories. They are symbols of perseverance, talent, and passion who contributed to significant turning points in the culture, art, science, and politics of the country and the world. Their passing is not only a great loss for their families and friends, but also a separation from a part of our shared memory as humanity. In today's video, we'll take a moment to reflect on the journey of life, the lasting impressions, and the legacy left behind by these remarkable individuals. Their influence and greatness continue to shape modern history and society in profound ways. This isn't just a story of the past, it's an ongoing source of inspiration for today and the future, encouraging us to live with more gratitude and purpose each day. Do you know or remember any American legends who passed away today? If so, drop a 1 in the comments, and if not, leave a 0. So we can see. I can't wait to hear your thoughts and reflections on these iconic figures who have made a lasting impact. In the small military town of Ida Oberstein, West Germany, on March 19, 1955, Bruce Willis was born, eventually conquering the world from the glitz and glamour of Hollywood. The son of David Willis, an American soldier, and Marlene, a spirited German woman, Bruce's childhood was shaped by the discipline of a strict military environment. When he was just 2 years old, the family relocated to Carneys Point, New Jersey, where Bruce grew up in a working-class family of 4 children, learning the values of hard work, resilience, and perseverance. However, Bruce faced a significant challenge, severe stuttering that made even daily communication a struggle. Teased relentlessly by his peers, he recalled, "It took me 3 minutes to finish a sentence." The playground became a battleground, and words were his greatest enemy. But through this adversity, the seed of resilience was planted. A turning point came when, standing on stage, Bruce's stutter mysteriously vanished. The drama club became his refuge, where the words that betrayed him in real life found freedom through his performances. Acting was no longer just a hobby, it became a form of liberation. At school, Bruce was adored by his friends, served as student council president, and became known for his quick wit and clever defense mechanisms to navigate his speech challenges. Beneath his social success, however, lay the struggle with academics. Bruce was more drawn to imagination than textbooks. After graduation, uncertain about his direction, he took a practical route like many young people from his hometown, working at the DuPont factory, transporting chemicals, a physically demanding job his father had also done. Although the work was honest, it felt unfulfilling, and Bruce sensed that the future he was building didn't align with the dreams he carried inside. Determined to find his true calling, he decided to enroll in a theater program at Montclair State University, finally pursuing something meaningful, his voice, the one he had been searching for since childhood. Among like-minded individuals in the theater program, Bruce began to see a different future for himself. However, a devastating family tragedy struck when his brother Robert passed away, a loss that ignited a deep determination in Bruce to live fully, take risks, and follow the path he had chosen, even if it seemed unrealistic. In his 20s, with the pain of loss still fresh and fueled by his fierce dream, Bruce made a bold decision. He dropped out of school, left New Jersey, and moved to New York, believing he was destined to be on stage. In Manhattan, he quickly learned that life wasn't easy, and to make ends meet, he worked as a bartender while continuing to pursue his acting ambitions. At Cafe Central on West 19th Street, Bruce served drinks to customers unknowingly being waited on by a future Hollywood star. During the early days of his career, auditions were met with constant rejection, and small roles off-Broadway came and went like fleeting sparks in the vast entertainment world. Then in 1984, a surprising breakthrough came when Bruce landed a role in Sam Shepard's play, Fool for Love. Although it wasn't a leading role, it was an opportunity he grabbed with intense desire, a stepping stone he was determined to make the most of. The biggest turning point came when Bruce unexpectedly auditioned for a new television show in Los Angeles. The producers were searching for an actor to pair with Sybil Shepherd, and after hundreds of failed auditions, Bruce stood out in a unique outfit, combat boots, jeans, and earrings. When reading the script alongside Shepherd, their chemistry was undeniable, an explosion of tension and natural humor that made them the perfect pair. This moment, filled with spontaneity and raw energy, set the stage for Bruce's breakthrough in television. Bruce didn't just play the role of Detective David Addison. He was that character, clever, sarcastic, and with a vulnerability hidden beneath a tough exterior. This authenticity was exactly what the show needed. Moonlighting premiered in March 1985, quickly catapulting Bruce Willis into stardom. The show was groundbreaking, blending dramatic detective work, humor, sexual tension, and even breaking the fourth wall. The undeniable chemistry between Willis and Sybil Shepherd kept audiences hooked week after week. From being an unknown bartender, Bruce Willis became a television star in the blink of an eye, launching a brilliant career that would forever change his life. Moonlighting earned Bruce an Emmy Award for Outstanding Lead Actor in a Drama Series, and a Golden Globe, validating his decision to pursue an acting career despite the practical advice that urged him to take a different path. Yet success on television didn't fully satisfy him. Bruce set his sights on the big screen, and the opportunity arrived in the form of a script that many of Hollywood's biggest action stars had turned down.
I think the girls with their nails done now.
The movie was Die Hard, and the role of John McClane, an ordinary cop thrown into extraordinary circumstances, became the defining character of Bruce's career. When Die Hard was released in 1988, it wasn't just a hit, it was a revolution in the action film genre. Bruce's portrayal of McClane, vulnerable, fearful, and using humor to mask his anxiety, broke the mold of the typical action hero. He wasn't a superhuman muscle man. He was relatable, real, and human, making him the first of his kind in the action film world. Bruce is the quintessential everyman, flawed, making mistakes, and surviving not just with brawn, but with intelligence. Die Hard transformed him from a television star into a true movie star, but it also cemented him in the industry's view as an action hero. The scripts that followed reflected this narrow perspective. Instead of resisting, Bruce embraced the role, starring in Die Hard 2 and Die Hard with a Vengeance, further solidifying his status as one of Hollywood's highest-grossing action stars. But deep down, Bruce craved more than just playing action heroes. He wanted to prove that he was not a one-dimensional actor, and the depth he had shown in his early-stage career could not be overshadowed by the blood-soaked persona of John McClane. Driven by the desire for artistic recognition, he took risks and stepped outside the mold of the action hero that had made him famous, eager to showcase his versatility and range as an actor. In 1994, Bruce took on a supporting role in Quentin Tarantino's Pulp Fiction, portraying the aging boxer Butch Coolidge. The film received widespread critical acclaim, and Bruce's performance reminded both audiences and critics that he was more than just witty one-liners and explosive action moments. Riding the wave of that success, he then starred in Terry Gilliam's 12 Monkeys, where he portrayed a time traveler tormented by a dark dystopian future far removed from the tough wisecracking John McClane. These choices revealed a clear pattern that shaped Bruce's career. While commercial action films helped him maintain his star status, he balanced them with smaller, more challenging roles that nurtured his artistic soul. This combination allowed him to enjoy both mainstream success and the respect of critics, an accomplishment few actors in Hollywood ever achieve. By the late 1990s, Bruce Willis had done what only a select few could. He had become a true icon. His name alone on the movie title promises a certain experience, one that is both thrilling and humorous, featuring a protagonist you can't help but cheer for. From serving drinks at Cafe Central to reaching the heights of Hollywood success, Bruce proved that the most incredible journeys often lead to the most extraordinary destinations. As the new millennium arrived, however, Bruce faced a familiar challenge for actors who achieved early fame: how to sustain relevance in an industry constantly obsessed with youth and novelty. At the age of 45, Bruce was no longer the rising young star who once took Hollywood by storm, but fading into obscurity was never an option for him. Instead, he embraced a phase of reinvention, shaping the second act of his illustrious career. In the early 2000s, Bruce took on roles that surpassed all expectations. In M. Night Shyamalan's psychological thriller, The Sixth Sense, 1999, he played the role of child psychologist Malcolm Crowe, delivering a performance that was both vulnerable and restrained, an intriguing contrast to his usual action hero persona. The film's surprising ending became one of the most iconic and discussed moments in cinema, and Bruce's nuanced performance played a crucial role in the film's success. He teamed up with M. Night Shyamalan once again in Unbreakable 2000, portraying a man who discovers he has superpowers. This was a refreshing break from the typical superhero genre structure, predating the wave of superhero films that would later dominate Hollywood. These roles showcased a more introspective Bruce Willis, an actor willing to tone down his signature charisma in service of the story. Critics took notice, praising his willingness to reinvent himself at a time when many stars become complacent. However, his reinvention wasn't limited to dramatic roles. Bruce also displayed remarkable adaptability by making a successful transition to comedy. In films like The Whole 9 Yards 2000 and its sequel, his deadpan delivery contrasted sharply with the frenetic energy of co-star Matthew Perry, highlighting his versatility as an actor. He even poked fun at his action hero image in Bandits 2001, showing a self-awareness that endeared him to audiences. Perhaps the most surprising turn came when Bruce returned to television, making a memorable guest appearance on Friends as the father of Ross's young girlfriend. His willingness to step into a sitcom despite still being a top star in feature films demonstrated a rare humility. These episodes earned him an Emmy Award for Outstanding Guest Actor in a Comedy Series, proving that his talent transcends genre and medium. Bruce's resilience in his career is especially evident in how he adapted to the changing landscape of action films. As grand CGI spectacles began to dominate the box office, he shifted his approach to remain an action star. Rather than competing with younger actors for physically demanding roles, he embraced his age and experience, portraying weathered characters with battle scars that carried both emotional and physical depth. This shift allowed him to continue delivering powerful performances while staying true to his evolving persona. This evolution is clearly reflected in Live Free or Die Hard 2007, where Bruce's John McClane is no longer the young cop from the original film. but a man who has paid the price for his years as a hero. The film acknowledges the passage of time, as McClane's greatest battle isn't against terrorism, but against his own relevance in a world that's constantly changing, a profound commentary on Bruce's own career journey. Innovation continued with Bruce's role in Red 2010, where he led a cast of older actors as retired spies forced to return to action. The film's tagline, "Still armed, still dangerous, still got it," could just as easily apply to Bruce himself, who managed to maintain an impressive action star career well into his 50s. Behind the scenes, Bruce also underwent significant personal changes. After a highly publicized divorce from Demi Moore in 2000, he redefined the concept of a modern family, maintaining a close and supportive relationship with his ex-wife and her new husband Ashton Kutcher, showing that family dynamics could evolve while still staying connected. These harmonious family photos at premieres and parties have challenged societal expectations, demonstrating Bruce's ability to prioritize harmony over ego. This self-reinvention in his personal life is just as significant as any professional transformation. In 2009, Bruce married model Emma Hemming, marking the beginning of a new chapter in his personal life. He became a father again in his 50s, welcoming two daughters, Mabel and Evelyn, embracing the role of an older father with the same enthusiasm he had when raising his daughters Rumor Scout and Tula decades earlier. Throughout these years of change and adaptation, one thing has remained constant: the authentic presence of Bruce Willis on screen. Whether playing a frail ghost, a retired spy, or returning to his iconic role as John McClane, he has never lost the quality that made him famous: the ability to embody a real person in extraordinary circumstances. This authenticity, a steadfast sense of self amidst constant reinvention, is perhaps Bruce's greatest achievement as an actor and as a person. When Bruce turned 60, people in the industry were in awe of his longevity. In a profession where careers are often brief and fleeting, Bruce had discovered the secret to endurance: stay true to yourself, but never stop evolving. His journey from action hero to a respected actor is more than just a career path. It's a powerful lesson in resilience and reinvention. Behind the confident smile and steely gaze that Bruce Willis presents to the world lies a more complex story of personal struggles and victories gradually unfolding. Like the characters he portrays on screen, Bruce's real life is also marked by silent battles that often go unnoticed by the public. These conflicts have tested his resilience in ways no action script could ever fully capture, revealing a depth of strength and perseverance beyond his iconic roles. One of the first and most defining challenges Bruce faced was his stuttering, a struggle that followed him into adulthood. Although he succeeded in controlling it through acting, it remained a constant battle. In a rare moment of vulnerability, he once admitted, "I still stutter when I'm around certain people." This confession offers a glimpse into the daily efforts required for him to maintain fluency in his speech, something closely tied to his public image and the characters he brings to life on screen. Every interview, every dialogue, and every public appearance carries the weight of this childhood struggle. A private battle unfolds beneath the glaring lights of the public eye. The pressure of fame also brings its own complexities. After the immense success of Die Hard, Bruce found himself thrust into a level of celebrity that few ever experience. The constant attention, the loss of privacy, and the heavy burden of expectations began to take a toll on his mental health, adding layers of difficulty to an already challenging journey. Although rarely discussed in the early stages of his career, Bruce later admitted that he went through periods of depression during the height of his fame, particularly in the early 1990s, when films like Hudson Hawk were met with harsh criticism. "Everyone goes through dark times," he said in a 2013 interview. "I went through those times when the camera was pointed at my face." His openness about these struggles revealed a more vulnerable side, showing that even the most celebrated stars face personal battles behind the scenes. This humble acknowledgement of his struggles with mental health has revealed a depth in Bruce that action roles rarely allow him to explore. His private life, too, has been a blend of both joy and pain. His marriage to Demi Moore was once seen as the quintessential Hollywood romance, two of the biggest stars in the world building a family away from the spotlight in Hailey, Idaho. This quiet retreat from the glare of fame was an attempt to carve out a personal life that balanced the pressures of celebrity with the desire for something more grounded. But the demands of a high-profile career, combined with the pressure of raising children in the public eye, created rifts in their relationship. Their separation in 1998, after nearly 11 years together, became a heartbreaking spectacle for the public, with tabloid newspapers dissecting every aspect of their private pain. The divorce tested Bruce in ways that his career failures never had. "When you are a father and your marriage falls apart, you have to leave home," he later reflected, acknowledging the deep personal toll that moment took on him. It was a pain far beyond the typical pressures of fame.
With their nails done now.
"That was the greatest pain I have ever experienced," he later reflected. But from this pain, one of Bruce's most notable achievements emerged, building a healthy co-parenting relationship, with Demi becoming a model for blended families around the world. Bruce's relationship with alcohol was another struggle that received less attention. Although he never publicly acknowledged addiction in the way other Hollywood figures have, Bruce admitted to periods of excessive drinking, particularly during times of career disappointment and personal turmoil. It was another challenge he faced, quietly navigating his own healing while continuing to evolve in both his personal and professional life. Bruce's decision to quit alcohol wasn't announced through a press release or interview, but it was clearly reflected in his renewed focus and energy in the early 2000s. As Bruce aged, the physical challenges of his action-heavy career grew more demanding. One lasting consequence from his time on Die Hard was the permanent loss of some hearing in his left ear, a result of a gunshot fired too close to him on set. Knee surgeries, shoulder injuries, and the accumulated toll from decades of performing stunts built a continuous foundation of physical pain that Bruce often chose to conceal in interviews, maintaining his tough exterior despite the underlying discomfort. "Do you want me to admit that jumping off a building at this age hurts a lot?" he once joked with a reporter. "It will never happen." This stoic attitude, his refusal to publicly acknowledge weakness, reflected both Bruce's old-school masculinity and his deep desire to maintain the strength his audience had come to expect. However, the biggest challenge of Bruce's life emerged in 2022 when his family revealed that he had been diagnosed with aphasia, a condition that affects cognitive ability and eventually leads to frontotemporal dementia, FTD. This diagnosis marked a new and heartbreaking chapter in Bruce's journey, shifting the narrative from the tough action hero to a man facing an increasingly difficult personal battle. This heartbreaking news sheds light on what many in the industry had been noticing for years about Bruce. It had become increasingly difficult for him to remember lines, leading him to rely on headphones to hear the dialogue, and his screen time was often limited in the many video projects he participated in. The announcement was made jointly by his current wife, Emma, his ex-wife, Demi, and all of his daughters showing a family united in love and support as they faced this challenging new chapter together. This is truly a difficult time for our family, and we deeply appreciate your love, compassion, and unwavering support, they wrote. The statement revealed that Bruce would be stepping away from a career that had meant so much to him. In the face of significant health challenges, Bruce Willis's story has entered a new chapter, one not defined by film projects or career milestones, but by a different kind of courage and a new measure of success, one that reflects his resilience and the strength of his family's support. Since the family announced his diagnosis of language loss in 2022, later identified as frontotemporal dementia, FTD, Bruce has gradually stepped away from the spotlight that has defined much of his adult life. However, even as he withdraws from the public eye, his influence continues to resonate in the entertainment industry and beyond. Before the diagnosis was made public, Bruce remained incredibly vibrant, appearing in numerous films. While these projects may not have reached the blockbuster status of his earlier works, they still showcased his unwavering work ethic and dedication to his craft, a testament to his passion for acting even in the later stages of his career. From 2020 to 2022 alone, Bruce appeared in nearly 20 films apace that in hindsight suggest he may have been aware of his declining health and was determined to work while he still could. This final burst of productivity ensured his presence on screen even as he faced the limits of his ability to act. Films like Midnight in the Switchgrass, Cosmic Sin, and Out of Death may not have received the critical acclaim of his earlier works, but they stand as a testament to his professional determination, showcasing his relentless work ethic despite the increasing personal challenges he faced. The Willis-Moore family has used social media not to hide Bruce's condition, but to normalize it. They share moments of family gatherings, showing Bruce surrounded by love and fully integrated into family life despite his limitations. These images of Bruce holding his granddaughter, celebrating holidays with his close family, and simply being present offer a powerful contrast to the fear and isolation often linked to a dementia diagnosis. They highlight the importance of connection, love, and presence, reshaping how we view and understand the challenges of living with such a condition. Emma Hemming Willis, Bruce's wife since 2009, has become a passionate advocate for raising awareness about dementia and supporting caregivers. Through her social media platforms, she shares the realities of caring for someone with FTD, detailing the challenges, unexpected moments of joy, and the critical importance of self-care for caregivers. Her advocacy has connected her with dementia researchers, support organizations, and other caregivers, fostering a strong, supportive community that has been invaluable throughout the Willis family's journey. Emma's openness and dedication have made her a vital voice in the fight against dementia, helping to shed light on the often overlooked struggles of caregivers. Bruce's daughters, including Demi Moore, Rumor Scout, and Tallulah, have all found their own unique ways to honor their father's legacy while forging their own paths. Rumor has followed in her parents' footsteps by pursuing an acting career, appearing in both films and television, while also exploring a music career. Scout has combined her love for music with activism, using her platform to address important issues like body positivity and mental health. Tallulah has emerged as a talented visual artist and writer, with her candid essays about family relationships being praised for their emotional depth and authenticity. Each of them continues to build on their father's influence while making their own marks in the world. In 2023, director Len Wiseman announced plans for a prequel series to the Die Hard franchise titled Milan, featuring a younger actor portraying a young John Milan during his time as a New York City police officer, interspersed with previous footage of Bruce as the older M. Lan. Although Bruce is unable to actively participate in this project due to his diagnosis, his collaboration with the creative team before his condition became known helped shape the concept, ensuring that any expansion of the Mlan story will honor the character he defined so memorably. Perhaps the most remarkable development is that technology has allowed for the preservation of Bruce's voice through a voice bank initiative. Using AI technology, his family has worked with voice specialists to create a digital voice that captures Bruce's distinctive speech patterns. Originally developed to assist those with ALS and other conditions affecting speech, this technology will allow Bruce to maintain a form of verbal communication even as his natural speaking ability declines, ensuring that his voice continues to resonate in a meaningful way. Bruce Willis's story doesn't end with his diagnosis. It has evolved into something perhaps more meaningful than any blockbuster action film. In his vulnerability, the courage of his family, and the supportive community they've built around their journey, we see a different kind of hero than the one Bruce portrayed on screen. This hero is not defined by explosive action or daring stunts, but by a quiet strength and resilience that is no less powerful, if not more so, because of its authenticity. As Bruce faces this ultimate challenge with the same dignity and determination that has defined his illustrious career from a stuttering child to a global superstar, he reminds us that true heroism does not lie in never falling, but in how we rise when we do. It is not about avoiding pain, but confronting it with courage and being surrounded by love. In this most personal battle, Bruce Willis continues to teach us valuable lessons about resilience, family, and the enduring strength of human connection. Each legend carries a unique story, one of perseverance, creativity, and unwavering passion. They have taught us that despite life's challenges, with courage and dedication, we can rise above it all and leave an indelible mark. In these moments of remembrance, we not only reflect on the past, but also look to the future with faith and hope. Let us together preserve and honor the precious values they've left behind, ensuring their stories never fade with time. At the same time, let us cherish every moment of life and be grateful for those who have contributed to this world with their talent and heart. Thank you for taking the time to watch the video. If you found the content meaningful, please give it a like to motivate us to create more quality videos. Don't forget to share it so that the stories of these legends can reach a wider audience, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss out on exciting content in the future. We look forward to seeing you in the next videos, where we'll continue to explore and celebrate many more great figures together. Joanna may have passed, but let's not forget Connie Francis, the iconic singer with a voice full of sweetness and emotion. From the very first notes of Where the Boys Are, she captured the hearts and dreams of an entire generation. Connie transformed nightclubs into places of hope, filling the air with her clear, vibrant voice and leaving a lasting impression on the music world. At just 20 years old, she shattered records, becoming the first female artist to top both the pop and country music charts. But her success didn't come without its challenges. She faced immense pressure and criticism, with many dismissing her as just a fleeting trend. Yet Connie proved them wrong, showing that music has the power to heal wounds that words alone cannot reach. Maria Connie's sister shared that even in her darkest moments, Connie would hum lullabies, offering a reminder that we are never truly alone and that we all belong to something larger than ourselves. Through her musical collaborations ranging from heartfelt ballads to energetic rock and roll, Connie showcased a woman whose voice brought comfort, warmth, and genuine sincerity to all who listened. Connie's laughter, as warm as summer sunshine, filled every space from the dressing room to the living room. She taught us that vulnerability isn't a weakness, but a true form of strength. Let's honor and preserve the spiritual legacies that both Joanna and Connie have gifted to the world. As the final notes of her remarkable career fade into memory, her legacy continues to resonate in every nostalgic melody we share together. Which melody from Connie's unforgettable journey still echoes in your heart today? Drop a comment below, and let her timeless voice continue to inspire us. She has touched millions with her sweet, profound songs, solidifying her place as an irreplaceable icon in the music world. Have you ever encountered a story so impactful it has the potential to change the world? From the lively, energetic streets of Los Angeles to the tense, volatile zones of human rights battles worldwide, Sarasvati Ananda Lewis has tirelessly chased the truth with unshakable bravery. From an early age, she transformed whispers and neighborhood gossip into hard-hitting headlines, becoming a formidable voice for stories that society often chooses to ignore or silence. Sarasvati is always prepared to venture into the toughest and most dangerous areas to report from massive protests in bustling cities to remote, desolate conflict zones. With every news report and article, she has shown a heart brimming with compassion, driven by an unwavering desire to bring the truth to the world. Now in her 40s, she has earned not only the admiration of the press, but also the respect of the international community, becoming a symbol of integrity and perseverance in her field. Twice honored with the NAACP Image Awards, Sarasvati uses these prestigious accolades not just to validate her talent, but to amplify stories of hope and resilience in the face of adversity. Her success is no accident. It is rooted in a spirit of perseverance that has weathered personal losses and immense challenges. Longtime colleague Jamal Turner once said, "Our story belongs to everyone." Through every broadcast and thought-provoking article, Sarasvati doesn't just tell stories, she inspires and empowers future generations of journalists to follow the difficult but essential journey of truth. Have you ever been captivated the first time you saw an actor on screen? When Joanna Jo Bacon stepped into the sunlit cafe in Simply Love, she instantly radiated a rare talent, turning ordinary everyday moments into deeply emotional and unforgettable experiences for the audience. Joanna's journey, however, was far from easy. In the early days of her acting career, she faced countless nerve-wracking auditions and enduring rejections, yet her determination never wavered. Determination to conquer each challenge that came her way. Step by step, she turned small stages and humble theaters into platforms where she could truly showcase her talent, earning praise and respect from industry experts long before her name became known to the public. When Simply Love finally premiered, Joanna wasn't just a fresh face on the screen, she became a symbol of authenticity and raw emotion, captivating audiences with every moment. The audience is drawn to the subtlety and depth of Joanna's performances as she captivates and touches hearts with each scene. Director Martin Reyes once said, "Working with Joanna is like finding a missing piece in my own story." She consistently selects challenging, meaningful roles, bringing to life characters that celebrate vulnerability, while also showcasing the inner strength of individuals. Joanna shines in portraying resilient single mothers dreamers, teetering on the edge of hope, and women who dare to rise up and rewrite their own destinies. Her performances don't just leave a lasting impact on the audience. They also inspire those who have the courage to face and embrace the truth, no matter the obstacles life throws their way. Joanna is not only a gifted actress, but also a beacon of inspiration for many thanks to her unwavering dedication and professionalism. She constantly pushes herself to grow, always seeking to learn and explore new facets of acting in order to deliver the most authentic and compelling performances. Joanna's roles are always rooted in a profound understanding of her characters, bringing each story to life with vivid detail and compelling depth. Her career stands as a testament to the power of belief, perseverance, and unwavering passion. In the constantly evolving world of art and media, she remains true to her authenticity and sincerity, making her a role model who is both admired and beloved by many. Have you ever felt that surge of adrenaline during a game-changing moment? Brian Brahman, starting from his sprinting days at Shadell Park High School, has always carried a fierce fighting spirit. Undrafted and underestimated, he transformed every doubt into fuel for relentless training, lifting weights at dawn and studying tactics long after his teammates had left the locker room. Brian is a true testament to perseverance and determination, overcoming every obstacle in his relentless pursuit of success. When Brian finally made his way into the NFL lineup, his tackles quickly became legendary and unforgettable. In 2014, on a freezing playoff night, his game-changing hit didn't just rattle the stands, it ignited the fighting spirit of the Eagles, fueling the fans' passion like never before. That moment didn't just shift the momentum of the game, it solidified Brian's status and undeniable influence on the field. Behind the helmet and the intense collisions lies a man driven by passion and determination. While he's known for his fierce plays on the field, Brian also cherishes family barbecues in Spokane, his hometown. Former teammate Danny Watkins once said, "Every yard that Brian gains is valuable because it tells the story of the entire team. He always reminds us that the heart is the most important measure." After 7 seasons playing from Philadelphia to New Orleans, Brian's legacy extends far beyond sports headlines. It's immortalized in locker room stories about a small player with extraordinary determination. He has inspired countless young athletes, showing them the power of passion and will, proving that true heroes are measured not only by titles, but by the profound impact they leave on the hearts of teammates and fans. Though his career has ended, Brian's spirit and remarkable performances continue to resonate in every game, every cheer in the stadium, and in the hearts of sports lovers everywhere. Have you ever felt the excitement of a time-traveling adventure? On a film set in Italy in 1967, a tall, charismatic figure strode through the dusty streets of Tuscany, forever changing the Italian Western genre. That was Jack Betts, better known by his screen name, Hunt Powers. From the very first moment, his intense gaze and commanding presence cemented his legacy, creating a legend that time will never erase. Before becoming a cowboy film star, Jack honed his talent on television with shows like The Edge of Night and Guiding Light. He approached each role with a sense of curiosity and an intense passion, whether performing daring horseback stunts in Sergio Leone's films or portraying Dr. Mercer in Life Force, a perfect blend of realism and boldness. Director Marco Rossi once reflected, working with Jack was like opening a secret door. He often whispered, "Remember, we are all explorers at heart." That fearless spirit has fueled his career for over 7 decades, leaving a lasting mark on both the screen and his fans. Even in his twilight years, Jack continues to captivate fans with surprise guest appearances, while always taking time to mentor the next generation of actors. Away from the spotlight, he enjoys quiet mornings writing poetry and connecting with his fans through letters. Jack's laughter and enduring legacy remain alive in every frame, a testament to his unyielding passion and the timeless impact he has made on both his craft and those who admire him. Have you ever felt the gaze that carries the dreams of an entire nation? Long before the studio lights began to shine, Drew Balindes became a symbol in the hearts of Venezuelan families through his warm and intimate radio programs. His heartfelt voice was a cherished companion every evening, offering an invitation to forget the day's fatigue and unite in laughter, tears, and meaningful stories. On the small theater stages of Caracas, Drew tirelessly perfected every gesture, transforming simple scripts into emotionally charged performances that resonated far beyond the stage lights. In the mid-1990s, he made his way to the big screen, leaving a lasting impression with his diverse roles: a mysterious explorer in Nazca, a devoted chieftain in Amanio de Gulp, and a dreamer in Yotama Sivalando. Asdrubal's performances effortlessly blend humor with emotional depth, allowing the audience to laugh while also reflecting on the deeper meanings of life. Yet behind the spotlight, he is a humble and dedicated individual. Every morning he rises early to perfect his lines, and in the afternoons he mentors young actors through community workshops. Asdrubal firmly believes that every character deserves a true and meaningful story, and this philosophy has made his roles lasting symbols in the hearts of those who watch him. Even as his fame soared, Asdrubal Melendez never missed a chance to write personal letters of encouragement to young artists across the country. Actress Marisol Herrera recalls, "I saw him turn a silent room into a vibrant story. He would softly whisper, 'We breathe life into these characters together, and suddenly every moment becomes sacred.'" Throughout decades of cultural change, Asdrubal's legacy has remained unwavering, driven by a pioneering belief that storytelling has the power to connect hearts and heal communities. His laughter still echoes in abandoned theaters, and his passion lives on in every line and spontaneous gesture, continuing to inspire generations. Do you recall the thrill of anticipation each afternoon, eagerly watching the show, hanging on every whispered secret and stolen glance? When Joe Marinelli first stepped onto the set of Santa Barbara, he didn't just play the role of Benny Tagliati, he welcomed an entire country into his world of passion and intrigue. With his mischievous smile and genuine heart, Joe transformed every storyline into an unforgettable moment in television history. The audience not only adores the character, but also respects the actor who brings each scene to life with unwavering authenticity. Behind the charming exterior lies a quietly persistent journey, where early auditions often ended with polite rejections. Yet Joe never gave up. He still wakes up before dawn to perfect his craft. He masters dialects, carefully analyzes scripts, and immerses himself in the behind-the-scenes stories that most overlook, all in the pursuit of becoming the best at his art. When Joe returned to the long-running soap opera Guiding Light as Polly Hardman, he proved that reinvention is his greatest strength, infusing each interaction with bold new energy. Joe taught me that vulnerability is the most powerful weapon an actor can have, recalls actress Linda Rogers. He often said, "Show the world your scars, and they will see your truth." After decades of spotlight and late-night rehearsals, Joe remains deeply committed to mentoring young artists. He invites them to the set, offers honest feedback, and reminds them that every role, no matter how small, has the power to change lives. His laughter and warm presence continue to echo on every screen he graced. As the final curtain falls on his illustrious career, his legacy lives on in every story he helped bring to life. Have you ever looked up at the sky, feeling the powerful pull of the unknown, with limits yet to be explored? Since his childhood, the first time Felix Baumgartner gazed down from the towering cliffs of Bavaria, he has carried within him a deep passion for heights and the courage to push those boundaries. As an Austrian skydiver, he doesn't just conquer dangerous altitudes, he transforms perilous cliffs into a playground for bravery, willpower, and unwavering determination. Felix's jumps are not just physical challenges. They are a journey to overcome fear, isolation, and the intense psychological struggles of the increasingly cold and thin atmosphere of the stratosphere. The most iconic moment of his career came in 2012, when he ascended to an astounding height of 127,52 feet before diving at supersonic speed, becoming the first person in history to break the sound barrier without mechanical assistance. This jump not only etched his name in the annals of history, but also reminded humanity that fear is not something to run from, but something to conquer. Behind every time Felix dares to confront death, there are thousands of hours of solitary training in a space where only he and uncertainty coexist. Yet Felix remains unwavering, driven by a deep belief that true freedom begins when we step outside our comfort zone where comfort ends. Back home in Salzburg, he shares both his triumphs and his fears with his beloved wife, Mie, who has stood by him through the many moments where he has faced the brink of life and death, always maintaining her unwavering faith in him. Felix once said, "When you learn to believe in your wings, you also learn to trust in yourself." His courage goes beyond resisting gravity or physical forces. It's about embracing uncertainty, accepting the unpredictable, and still moving forward with unwavering resolve. Today, that bold spirit continues to resonate, blending with the winds that carry dreamers who long to soar high. It inspires countless generations of young people to dare to dream, step beyond their limits, and conquer new horizons. Have you ever felt the world shift beneath your feet just from the sound of a stringed instrument? Long before the concert stage shone with his presence, Gary Carr taught us that the double bass is not merely the instrument that anchors the orchestra, but a voice longing to be heard. As a young student in Los Angeles, he faced skepticism, with many believing the bass belonged only in the shadows. But with unwavering faith, he transformed each low interval into soaring melodies, proving the grandeur that radiates from the deepest range. In 1962, Gary Carr's solo performance at the New York Hall left the audience in awe as they realized that the double bass could produce a clear and passionate voice. He redefined what was possible for the instrument, founding the International Society of Bassists and nurturing countless generations of artists who carried on his revolutionary spirit. Former student Elena Moreno recalls, Studying with Gary changed my life. He whispered, "Let the bass tell you the truth," and every note became a confession. With decades of recordings on King Records and Deutsche Grammophon, along with global masterclasses, Gary Carr's legacy extends far beyond virtuosity. He taught us that art evolves when we challenge tradition and embrace our unique talent. His gentle guidance opened doors for countless musicians, encouraging them to find strength in vulnerability. As the final echoes of his music fade into memory, his profound lesson remains: greatness is born when we have the courage to let our inner voice be heard. Have you ever walked into a room and felt the electric energy of pure, unscripted comedy? Long before the cameras rolled, Ray DeJohn lit up the 275 Park Comedy Club in New York with his sharp wit and captivating smile. As a co-founder of Video Music Box, he brought hip-hop to television, blending rhythm and laughter in a way that had never been seen before. The crowd didn't just watch Ray. They became part of the movement, swept up in the rhythm of his jokes and the pulse of the culture he helped shape. Despite facing hecklers, Ray never gave up. Instead, he turned each challenge into a new melody, reminding us that comedy is born from resilience. Video Music Box wasn't just a show, it was a cultural revolution, with Ray leading with unmatched passion. Comedian Tanya Fields once recalled hearing him say, "Your truth is your greatest tool," and in that moment, she felt her own voice resonate. Through decades of leadership, Ray built a family of artists, both on and off the stage, firmly believing that every artist deserves recognition. He remains grounded when visiting the old comedy clubs where his journey began, always remembering where it all started. His laughter continues to echo in the memories of friends and in every mic check, leaving a lasting impact on the comedy world. Have you ever witnessed a decisive catch and felt the surge of power in that single moment? Long before the opening ceremony and victory at the World Series, Bill Newcomb believed that sports and justice occupy a shared arena of possibility. As a law student at Stanford, he dreamed of changing the world through fair trials, but fate led him closer to the boundary of diamonds, to the field of legends. When Bill Newcomb joined the ownership group of the San Francisco Giants, he infused both his passions into every meeting and lounge area of the team. Under his leadership, the Giants revived their fighting spirit, blending tradition with innovation. He championed local talent, restored fan rituals, and transformed Oracle Park into more than just a stadium. It became a gathering place for millions united by shared hopes. Yet despite his success on the field, he never lost sight of his founding mission to strengthen the global rule of law through the World Justice Project. Colleague Maria Lee remembered, "Bill always reminded us that leadership is about uplifting others and justice is the ultimate grand slam." This guiding principle fueled his relentless efforts, whether negotiating complex legal reforms or cheering from the front row as a rookie sprinted across the field. Bill Newcomb's legacy lives on in every young lawyer inspired to advocate for the voiceless, and in every rookie who steps onto the field with the belief that dreams are worth chasing. After decades of courtroom battles and fall showdowns, Bill Newcomb demonstrated that true victory lies in creating a community where fairness and passion coexist. As we celebrate a life that bridges two worlds, one question remains: how will you carry forward Bill Newcomb's belief that justice and a shared love for sports can unite us all? Ann Burrell passed away at the age of 55 on June 17th at her home in Brooklyn, New York. She was known for her vibrant personality and spiky blonde hair, becoming a beloved television figure who brought energy, humor, and culinary expertise to countless fans. Ann inspired both home cooks and professional chefs with her bold style and infectious passion. Her family shared Ann was a beloved wife, sister, daughter, stepmother, and friend. Her smile could light up any room. Though she is no longer with us, her warmth, spirit, and boundless love will live on. Beyond her role on television, she dedicated time to charitable work and mentored young talent in the culinary world. Ann's legacy will continue to live on in the lives she touched and the meals she helped create. Her passion and kindness will never be forgotten. Marjorie Grande, the beloved grandmother of pop singer Ariana Grande, affectionately known as Nona, has passed away at the age of 99. She was a significant figure in Ariana's life and was deeply loved by fans. Nona made sweet appearances in several of her granddaughter's songs, including Bloodline Daydreamin' and most recently Ordinary Things, where her voice added deep emotion and a heartfelt connection. The Grande family shared the news on June 17th through Instagram stories, stating that Marjorie passed away peacefully at home, surrounded by family and loved ones. In her final weeks, her presence, wisdom, and love deeply touched those around her. Nona's legacy lives on not only through her family but also through music and the memories she helped create. Her gentle spirit and lasting influence will continue to be felt by many. In her personal life, she enjoyed a quiet, happy family with her husband Arnie Anderson and their daughter Samantha. But the last chapter of her life was marked by suffering. In May 2020, she was hospitalized in critical condition after a kidney infection led to cardiac arrest that lasted 10 minutes. Though she was revived, her ongoing heart and kidney issues made recovery impossible. Farrell passed away on October 12, 2020, at the age of 77, leaving fans and colleagues with a profound sense of loss. He was the guiding light of our company and the North Star of the entire industry. The world is a better place because of Leonard Lauder. His legacy lives on through his contributions to business philanthropy and the lives of so many he touched. Leonard's impact will be felt for generations to come, both in the beauty industry and in the values he upheld throughout his extraordinary life. Betsy Gay, a former child star known for her roles in the classic comedy series Our Gang, passed away at the age of 96 on June 13th in Bakersfield, California. She was a familiar face in one of early Hollywood's most beloved series. Betsy brought charm and youthful energy to the screen during a time when the industry was still taking shape. Her performances in Our Gang helped define an era of comedy that still resonates with classic film fans today. The news of her passing was shared by longtime friend Robert Satterfield on Facebook with a heartfelt post. Although her time in the spotlight was brief, her impact was lasting. Her work became a cherished part of American entertainment tradition, and her presence in Our Gang helped create the show's enduring appeal. Betsy Gay's legacy lives on in the joy she brought to audiences and in the warm memories of classic Hollywood fans. Her contributions to early cinema remain an important part of film history. David Hakili Kenwy Bell, an actor who appeared in Disney's live-action remake of Lilo and Stitch, passed away at the age of 46. He was known for his warm presence and deep connection to his Hawaiian roots. Bell brought authenticity and heart to his roles. He passed away on June 12th with the news confirmed by Hawaii police and shared by his sister Jaylene on Facebook on June 15th. His sudden passing has left a deep impact on those who knew and worked with him. Bell's representative Leanna Downey honored his memory with sincere words. "He was one of my greatest talents and truly embodied the meaning of aloha, a gentle giant." Bell's kindness, humility, and vibrant spirit were evident in everything he did both on and off screen. Though his life was cut short, Bell's legacy lives on in the joy and love he shared with others. He will be remembered not only for his talent, but also for the aloha spirit he lived every day. Douglas McCarthy, lead singer of the renowned British electronic industrial band Nitzer Ebb, passed away at the age of 58 on the morning of June 11th. He was known for his powerful vocals and captivating performance style, which helped shape the sound of industrial and electronic body music from the late 1980s onward. With hits like "Join in the Chant" and "Control, I'm Here," Nitzer Ebb attracted a loyal fan base and left a lasting mark on the alternative music scene. The band announced the sad news on Instagram, honoring McCarthy's legacy and the impact he made on their creative journey. In March 2024, McCarthy announced that he would be withdrawing from a European tour after being diagnosed with cirrhosis, the result of many years of alcohol abuse. Despite his declining health, his passion for music never faded. His voice and vision helped shape a genre, and his influence continues to resonate with fans and artists alike. Douglas McCarthy's legacy remains strong in the ongoing evolution of industrial music. Ananda Lewis, former MTV VJ and beloved television personality, passed away at the age of 52 on June 11th. Her sister Lakshmi shared the sad news on Facebook with heartfelt words remembering Ananda and the strength she showed throughout her life. Ananda rose to fame in the late 1990s as one of MTV's most familiar faces, hosting shows like Total Request Live and Hot Zone, where her intelligence, charm, and authenticity resonated with an entire generation. In 2020, the relationship between Pamela and Audie developed quickly, and their decision to marry shortly after his divorce reflected the urgency and intensity of his desire for stability and a family amid the turmoil in Murphy's personal life. Pamela brought him the peace and emotional support he desperately needed. Together, Audie Murphy and Pamela built a family that became a vital foundation during the later years of his life. Their bond gave him strength through some of his most difficult moments. Brian Wilson, the legendary singer, songwriter, and producer who helped shape American pop music with the Beach Boys, has passed away at the age of 82. He was the creative force behind timeless hits like "God Only Knows Good Vibrations" and "Wouldn't It Be Nice." Wilson revolutionized music with his rich harmonies, emotional depth, and innovative production. His influence spans generations, making him one of the most important figures in music history. The sad news was shared by his family on Instagram on June 11th, along with a recent photo of Wilson. "We don't really know what to say right now. We realize we are sharing this pain of loss with the whole world," they wrote. Wilson was known for his genius and sensitivity, and his music not only defined an era, but deeply connected with listeners worldwide. Despite facing many personal challenges, his work remains a symbol of beauty, creativity, and vibrant life. Brian Wilson's legacy will echo forever through the songs that continue to inspire. Harris Yulin, a veteran actor known for his roles in Ozark's Scarface, and many other stage and television productions, passed away at the age of 87 from heart failure on June 10th in New York City. With a career spanning several decades, Yulin was known for his commanding presence, wide emotional range, and deep dedication to the craft of acting. From gritty crime films to intense stage performances, he brought depth and authenticity to every role. In a statement shared with People, the family wrote, "Yulin was part of a pioneering generation, always passionate about the craft of acting. This lifelong dedication created exceptionally profound performances, a gift to audiences, fellow actors, and the art of acting itself." Harris Yulin's legacy lives on through the characters he embodied and the inspiration he left behind. His passion, discipline, and talent remain a standard for future generations of actors. Sly Stone. The legendary frontman of the pioneering band, Sly and the Family Stone, passed away at age 82 after a long battle with COPD and other health issues. His family announced the sad news on June 9th, stating he peacefully passed surrounded by loved ones. Known for blending soul, funk, rock, and psychedelic music, Sly Stone helped reshape the musical landscape of the 1960s and 70s, creating a revolutionary sound that connected people through rhythm, message, and energy. In a tribute, his family wrote Sly was a great figure, a revolutionary innovator, and a true pioneer who redefined pop, funk, and rock music. His iconic songs have left an indelible mark on the world, and his influence remains profoundly clear. With hits like Everyday People Dance to the Music and Family Affair, Sly inspired generations of musicians and fans alike. His legacy will forever be a part of modern music and cultural history. Patricia Fuenmayor, a reporter in New York for Despierta America and former Miss South America, passed away at age 51 on June 9th after a courageous battle with cancer. She was known for her elegance, professionalism, and deep dedication to journalism. Patricia brought energy and compassion to every story she covered, and her voice and presence became familiar to audiences who admired her commitment and vibrant spirit. The sad news was announced by colleague Raul Gonzalez during the morning news, where he offered heartfelt tribute, a passionate professional woman always dedicated to the craft of journalism. Thank you, Patricia, for your light dedication and smile. We will always remember you. Patricia Fuenmayor leaves behind a legacy of integrity, grace, and inspiration, not only in the media industry, but also in the hearts of those who worked with and admired her. Though his life was cut far too short, Devon Hards left a profound artistic legacy, authentic and full of passion for storytelling. His contributions to television will be remembered, and his presence will be deeply missed in the entertainment community. Wayne Lewis, singer-songwriter and founding member of the R&B group Atlantic Starr, passed away on June 5th at age 58. Known for his smooth vocals and creative vision, Wayne helped shape the group's signature sound by blending soulful melodies with heartfelt lyrics. As a key force behind hits like Secret, Lovers, and Always, he played a vital role in the band's rise during the 80s and 90s, leaving a lasting mark on the R&B music scene. The sad news was confirmed by his representative and later announced by Atlantic Starr on Facebook. Wayne's contributions extended beyond the stage, deeply influencing a generation of musicians and inspiring countless fans. Wayne Lewis will be remembered not only for his musical talent, but also for the passion and spirit he brought to every performance. His voice and legacy will always remain an essential part of the soundtrack of many lives. Marcy Jones, lead singer of the famous Australian girl group Marcy and the Cookies, passed away on May 30th at age 79. Known for her emotional vocals and captivating stage presence, Marcy became a prominent icon of pop and soul music in Australia during the 60s and 70s. Her band delivered vibrant sounds and infectious energy on the airwaves, winning over audiences with harmonious melodies and a unique style. Just days before her passing, Marcy shared on social media that she had been diagnosed with leukemia. The sad news was confirmed on May 31st by her daughter-in-law, Lisa Asta, who shared an emotional tribute on Facebook. "There will be no more little bursts of music and dancing. You made me laugh until my stomach hurt and always gave me the best advice. You are a legend and icon, and you will always be remembered." Marcy Jones leaves behind a lasting legacy of music, joy, and inspiration that spans generations. Jonathan Joss. The voice of John Redcorn in the long-running animated series King of the Hill was fatally shot at his home in San Antonio, Texas on June 1st. He was 59. Known for his powerful voice and commitment to representing Native people in media, he became a beloved figure in animation and beyond. His portrayal of John Redcorn brought both depth and humor to the show, earning him a lasting place in popular culture. Authorities confirmed that a neighbor, Sigfredo Alvarez Teham, has been arrested and charged with murder in connection to the incident. Joss's sudden passing has left fans and colleagues in shock, remembering him for his talent, authenticity, and the impact he made through his work. His contributions to the entertainment industry and his advocacy efforts will continue to resonate, and he will be remembered for the legacy he built both on screen and off. John Brankus, host of the popular ESPN series Sports Science, passed away on May 31st at the age of 51 after a battle with depression. He was known for his creative and engaging approach to blending science with sports. Brankus became a trusted voice in sports media, and his ability to break down the physics behind athletic performance captivated audiences and helped the show earn multiple Emmy Awards. The sad news was shared in a statement on his official social media account, sparking an outpouring of grief from fans, athletes, and colleagues. Brankus was admired not only for his intellect and creativity, but also for his passion for making science accessible and exciting. His work inspired countless viewers to appreciate the connection between the human body and athletic performance. John Brankus leaves behind a powerful legacy of education, innovation, and inspiration, one that continues to elevate the world of sports storytelling. Renee Victor, the beloved actress best known for voicing Abuelita in Pixar's animated film Coco, and for her role as Lupita in the series, Weeds, passed away on May 30th at the age of 86. With a career spanning decades, Victor brought heart, humor, and authenticity to every role, whether on screen or through her voice. Her portrayal of Abuelita captured the warmth and strength of a family matriarch, leaving a lasting impression on audiences around the world. According to her talent management company, as reported by Deadline, Victor passed away peacefully at her home in Sherman Oaks, California, surrounded by family after a battle with lymphoma. Her performances deeply resonated with audiences of all ages, and her presence in both television and animation showcased her versatility and grace. Renee Victor's legacy lives on through the characters she brought to life and the countless lives she touched through her work and spirit. Although Devin Harjes is no longer with us, he too leaves an unforgettable mark in the hearts of fans. Did you enjoy Renee Victor's story? If yes, leave a comment with the number 2. If not, type 5. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next videos. Valerie Mahaffey, Emmy-winning actress, best known for her roles in Northern Exposure and Big Sky, passed away on May 30th at the age of 71 after a battle with cancer. A gifted performer with a unique blend of grace and wit, Mahaffey captivated audiences across television, film, and stage. Her role in Northern Exposure earned her an Emmy Award and cemented her place as one of the most memorable talents on the small screen. Her husband, actor Joseph Kell, shared the sad news, "I've lost the love of my life, and America has lost one of its most beloved actresses. She will always be remembered." Mahaffey's career was marked by its range, warmth, and deep commitment to her craft. She brought depth and charm to every role, leaving behind a legacy of unforgettable performances and touching stories. Her presence will be deeply missed by loved ones and fans around the world. Loretta Swit, an Emmy-winning actress best known for her role as Major Margaret Hot Lips Houlihan in the groundbreaking series MASH, passed away of natural causes on May 30th at her home in New York City at the age of 87. Her performance brought depth, strength, and humanity to one of television's most enduring characters, helping MASH become a cultural icon that still resonates deeply with audiences. The sad news was confirmed by her longtime representative Harlan B., who shared the loss with People magazine. Sweet's career spanned decades, showcasing her versatile talent in both drama and comedy. Beyond the screen, she was also well known for her humanitarian work and advocacy for animal rights. Loretta Swit leaves behind a legacy of powerful performances and a spirit that touched countless fans and colleagues throughout her life and career. Devin Harjes, known for his roles in popular series such as Boardwalk Empire and Manifest, passed away on May 27th after a battle with cancer at the age of 41. Harjes was recognized for his powerful on-screen presence and his ability to convey authentic, multi-layered emotions in his characters, whether in historical dramas or contemporary thrillers. His talent stood out and left a lasting impression on both audiences and colleagues. His representative confirmed the sad news to People, sparking many tributes from fans and colleagues who admired his dedication to his craft. Although his life was cut tragically short, Devin Harjes leaves behind a career marked by depth, authenticity, and a passion for storytelling. His contributions to television will be remembered forever, and his presence will be deeply mourned by the entertainment community. Thomas Jeffrey Hanks was born in Concord, California on July 9, 1956, the third child of Janet Marilyn, a hospital worker, and Amos Mefford Hanks, a mobile cook. His life moved to the unpredictable rhythm of roadside diners and rented rooms. His father's short-term jobs in the restaurant industry forced the family to constantly move from one suburb to another across Northern California. Instead of toys, young Tom collected miles and memories squeezed into the back seats with his siblings Sandra, Larry, and younger brother Jim, absorbing the accents from every stop along the way. Those anonymous highways and motels quietly nurtured the empathy and curiosity that would later guide his career. At school, he was a shy child, but friends remembered the bright-eyed boy who enjoyed reading lessons aloud, savoring the chance to perform different voices for an attentive audience. Constantly changing schools demanded that he quickly adapt to making new friends, turning each semester into both a first meeting and a farewell. The habit of starting over. By 2013, the warning signs were flashing red. Sitting across from David Letterman, Tom Hanks revealed that years of unstable weight and a habit of consuming carb-heavy snacks on set had culminated in type 2 diabetes. The diagnosis wasn't a dramatic shock, but came after decades of blood sugar levels hovering in the pre-diabetic range. Still, it forced Hanks to completely rewrite his daily habits, saying goodbye to trays of donuts, welcoming high-fiber breakfasts, giving up late-night script-writing sessions accompanied by cola, and instead taking early morning walks through Pacific Palisades with his rescue dog Monty trotting by his side. Hanks admitted that the learning process felt like receiving instructions in a foreign language, but he overcame it with discipline and meticulous note-taking, just like rehearsing a script, tracking his gram intake, pricking his fingertip to check blood sugar, and replacing indulgent habits with the persistence of portion control. Managing diabetes became a family community project for the Hanks household. Rita Wilson switched to Mediterranean recipes with moderate olive oil. Their grown children joined weekend bike rides up Mulholland, and the renovated garage was transformed into a quiet gym adorned with classic movie posters for inspiration. Hanks also prioritized his mental health, openly discussing bouts of anxiety linked to blood sugar fluctuations. He used meditation apps, kept a daily journal on his beloved 1934 Corona typewriter, and maintained a strict sleep schedule to keep his mood stable. Friends noted that his eyes still held the curiosity of a child, but now with a newfound respect for routine. Where he once chased the chaos of production, he now guards his 8 hours of good sleep as carefully as an Oscar statue in the studio. Then in March 2020, while filming Baz Luhrmann's Elvis in Queensland, Hanks and Wilson became the first A-list celebrities to contract COVID-19, a global turning point. His calm Instagram post, "Rita and I are in Australia feeling a bit tired like we have the flu," became a lesson in measured communication. The couple spent 2 weeks in isolation at Gold Coast University Hospital, spreading optimism and practical updates that helped millions connect with the human side of the pandemic. After being discharged, they donated antibody-rich plasma to research labs, joking that Hank's serum might help others. Public health officials acknowledged that his transparency helped boost widespread compliance with regulations, proving that the influence of celebrities can also serve as a kind of civil vaccine during times of global fear. In the years that followed, Hanks used his platform to support wide-reaching health campaigns, raising awareness about type 2 diabetes with the American Diabetes Association, fundraising for Stand Up to Cancer, and surprising young patients with Zoom calls, often accompanied by his patient Woody doll. Nowadays, he frequently goes out with a nutritionist, and his folding bike turning down rolls that require strict diets, which could disrupt his metabolism. At 68, he understands clearly that longevity is the true adventure, and every wise decision is a step higher in the story of his life. The boy who once lived out of a suitcase now carries a glucose monitor and a handful of almonds, proof that even Hollywood's most relatable everyman hero Hanks can evolve from a versatile storyteller into a disciplined manager of his own health journey. Tom Hanks has acquired the adaptation rights to Walter Isaacson's biography of Leonardo da Vinci and commissioned a screenplay exploring the final years of the brilliant polymath in France. Hanks intends to direct, only saying he wants to paint a mural from behind the camera. Meanwhile, a playful musical about the unsung tailors involved in the Apollo 11 mission is in development, showcasing his desire to blend citizen history with accessible entertainment. Far from seeing new media as a dilution of cinema, Hanks approaches the digital realm with the curiosity of a grandfather. He serves as a storyteller for the popular podcast Found Objects, restoring rare artifacts like 1890s baseball gloves and Cold War spy cameras, recounting their secret journeys in 10-minute episodes that consistently rank in Spotify's top 10. He also consulted on a virtual reality project accompanying Band of Brothers wearing VR goggles, alongside technology developers to ensure the emotional impact translates from flat screens to immersive spaces. In 22 states, his TikTok-style history explainer videos are streamed ending with the phrase, "And that's the shape of things," filmed in a continuous shot to capture the attention of young viewers scrolling online before the algorithm moves them elsewhere. In the Screen Actors Guild American Federation of Television and Radio Artists, SAG-AFTRA discussions about AI voice cloning technology, Hanks has been a strong advocate for strict ethical limits, proposing that licenses for his own synthetic voice be granted only for nonprofit educational purposes. From being the everyman in early sitcoms, he has become a guiding figure helping storytelling safely cross the technological Rubicon. Alongside his art charity has been a close side gig woven into Hanks's schedule. The program Got Your Six, in partnership with the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs, provides transitional housing and job training for veterans. His quarterly site visits aren't for ribbon-cutting ceremonies, but for planting gardens or hosting resume writing workshops. He funds scholarships at several community colleges, prioritizing students over 30 who balance work and family just as he once did. At the Academy Museum of Motion Pictures, Hanks organized and sponsored a permanent exhibition dedicated to early projectionists, highlighting the silent work behind the silver screen. More recently, his legendary collection of typewriters, over 320 meticulously restored, has toured public libraries across the United States. The classic clack-clack sound is accompanied by lessons on tangible communication in the era of swipes and taps. Whenever possible, Hanks attends openings encouraging children to type their names and delighting in their amazement at this mechanical marvel. Family is now the great epic of his life. Weekends revolve around Los Angeles, New York, and the wooden cabin in Idaho he bought after Saving Private Ryan, where multiple generations live together. His grandchild learns fishing while the adults stash their phones in a locked box called the reality distortion device. Colin Hanks often collaborates with him on documentary ideas. Elizabeth takes advantage of the lake to teach art, and his sons Chad and Truman compete in cornhole under Grandpa's witty commentary. Every June, Tom and Rita host an outdoor movie screening, sometimes a rough cut, not yet released, a restored silent film, or a stop-motion short made by a grandchild projected onto a white bed sheet, while homemade pizza bakes in the wood-fired oven he built during quarantine. These gatherings, free of paparazzi and Zoom cameras, provide the emotional calories that recharge his energy for public engagements. Hanks dedicates much time to mentoring. Twice a year, he runs a week-long acting workshop at the Geffen Playhouse, limited to 15 emerging actors selected through a self-taped audition. The course focuses on script analysis, camera awareness, and career endurance. A standout exercise is a 10-minute silent scene demanding openness and authentic human emotion. Students describe the workshop more as a rite of passage than a class, with feedback from Hanks that is both precise and fatherly, part professional notes, part life advice. He also supports writers through the open submission portal of the Small Story Big Screen contest, organized by Plato, selecting one unrepresented screenplay each year for potential production. The winner receives a vintage Smith Corona typewriter restored by Hanks himself, along with a handwritten letter encouraging them to embrace the tangible struggle of writing. Alongside his storytelling career, Hanks's literary work has also grown. After the short story collection Uncommon Type 2017, he published the novel The Making of Another Major Motion Picture Masterpiece 2023, which both satirizes Hollywood and reflects on collaboration. Critics praise its insider accuracy, while book clubs appreciate its gentle optimism. He is currently writing a non-fiction book about the mid-20th century federal highway system and its impact on national identity, a topic inspired by his childhood family road trips during their frequent moves. Hanks often drives along Route 66 in his restored 1955 Chevrolet, taking notes and observations that weave together infrastructure and memories. He dreams of adapting it into a documentary series combining archival footage, personal essays, and animated maps. Hanks's career continues to evolve, blending patriotism with global responsibility. He was granted honorary Greek citizenship in 2020 for his wildfire relief efforts, splitting summers between Antiparos and Athens, leading coastal cleanup programs with local youth and American students in exchange for filmmaking classes. Hanks serves on the board of Rainforest Trust, quietly doubling donations during Earth Week and voicing videos about UNESCO heritage sites. He once hosted a climate forum with Greta Thunberg and Sir David Attenborough, joking that he was the electronic soundtrack for these two masters. His passport reads like a storytelling map, each stamp a detail in a life that defies simple boundaries. Regarding his health, caution has replaced past extremes. He follows a diet that is 80% plant-based and 20% indulgence, carefully measured like guest roles in a star-studded cast. Weekly checkups with an endocrinologist, medication adjustments, and continuous glucose monitor data are synced into a research program tracking long-term outcomes for creative professionals. A custom desk positions scripts at eye level to reduce strain, and evening pickleball matches provide cardiovascular exercise while fostering community connection. His pandemic habit of photographing stray dogs on walks has evolved into an Instagram series raising awareness about shelter dog adoption, each Polaroid accompanied by the playful caption vibes, "Only stop hounding yourself with adoption location details" at the end. In summary, Tom Hanks's current life resembles a skillfully edited montage, vibrant creative work, managed health family stories, intertwined with community service activities, all weaving a steadfast theme. The most important story is the story of serving others. In the coming months, he will promote Here, an experimental film directed by Robert Zemeckis set entirely within a single living room spanning 100 years, a meditation on time-space and enduring furniture. Additionally, he is in negotiations to make a cameo in a Wes Anderson ensemble and to star in a Netflix drama series about the founding history of the Peace Corps. But as Hanks often tells reporters, plans are just the framework. Life and the storyboard share one truth: miracles bloom in the unpredictable. For someone who once carried more uncertainty than luggage in a suitcase during childhood, standing in this ever-expanding present is a miracle. He is determined to share every frame with compassion. Thank you for watching today's video about American celebrities who have recently passed away and other notable figures around the world that we have explored. Don't forget to enjoy the video and leave a subscribe to support the channel. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Click on the next video appearing on your screen to watch more exciting content.